Good afternoon. That'll be probably when you guys actually see this video. But without further ado, I want to talk about my actual, one of my catfish stories because I got a couple of them, and this one is probably my favorite one. So let's get to it. So this story happened, actually around about almost 3 years ago, exactly. Happened like early February. So I was in Miami, and for those who don't know, I'm currently an NFL free agent. So I'll do showcase games, which will be in Miami. They'll be all over the world. I've been in Costa Rica, Mexico, Canada. I've been all over. I've been a lot of places to play football. So I'll be in these showcase games for scouts to see me or scouts to get film on me, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm in I'm in Miami with East Preps, getting ready for a game. We just had practice this day. I'm also freshly single, and y'all know what that freshly single feeling is like. Is either you are extremely sad and hurt, or you are extremely motivated to find some action, right? So I download Tinder. I'm out in Miami. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in Miami. It's gonna be great. Blah 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 blah. So I matched with a young lady on there. I forgot exactly what her name is on the app anyway. I think it was like Mel or something like that. MEL or something like that. So I matched with her. Practice ends, so I'm in a hotel now. Me and my coach, one of my coaches, we're sharing the hotel. So me and her, we're talking back and forth, and something told me this might be catfish, but I just got out of a relationship probably 4 days before, so I'm not thinking with the right head. Y'all know what I mean. So we're texting back and forth. The first red flag was she texted me from an Android phone. I'm like, okay, this picture I'm looking at was clearly taken with an iPhone, but you're texting me from a Android phone or a text app. So that's the first red flag. But again, thinking with the wrong head, you ignore a lot of red flags. You tend to get a little colorblind. So we're texting back and forth. She asked for a picture. I sent her a casual picture. I think I sent her like a picture with me without a shirt or something like that. I'm not even. I think it was like a shirtless picture. Wasn't none. I didn't go crazy. She sent me a crazy picture. That's the second red flag. Most women I've come across do not send crazy pictures off the jump, especially if like you're not like a big time celebrity or something like that. I've done some great things, but I'm not a celebrity, at least yet. And so I'm like, okay, now that's the other red flag. That's three red flags now, but look at me playing Stevie Wonder, right? I'm acting like I just don't see anything. So we engage in more conversation, and she says, "Hey, you want to come over?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I definitely want to come over." Me being dumb. So now, mind you, I'm from Philly. I'm not from Miami. I don't sound like I'm from Miami. You can read that on me, right? Nothing in my head told me, yo, you should call her. Nothing said call her. Didn't even think to do that at the time. And also, Tinder right now actually has this system where you have to verify yourself. So you can verify yourself, and then when you verify yourself, there's a blue check mark, which means you prove that you are a real person and not like a bot or catfishing somebody. So after that, we agree to meet up at I think 11 o'clock or something like that, or 10 o'clock. But in my brain, I'm like, all right, I'm not from Miami. This could be a setup for me to get robbed. So I'm going to show up there early. Now, the real smart thing would have been to not go at all. But I said, I'm going to show up there early. So, if I can catch it while it's happening. Anyway, I show up there at about, I think we agreed to meet at 11. I show up there like 10:15. And I text her, hey, come outside. I said, hey, come to the door. She responds, what did she say back? Oh, why are you here so early? I said, look, the Uber got here fast. Right? So I'm like, the Uber got here fast. So after that, she says, meet me in the back. I said, meet you in the back. Now, this is an apartment complex. Meet you in the back. I'm not meeting you in the back of nothing, right? So I'm like, nah, just come to the door. Like, this is your door number, right? Said, yeah. I said, okay, well, like, come to the door. And so we go back and forth for almost about, I want to say about maybe 2 minutes. And I'm like, dude, I'm not from here. Like, come outside. Like, come to the door. Like, why am I playing with you? I'm not playing with you like that. This sounds crazy. Then all of a sudden, here comes the real The real stuff. Next thing I know, I get a picture on my phone, and it is a guy. It's like, hey, this is what I really look like. I don't want no trouble. I just want to have a good time. I won't tell nobody I'm visiting. Nah, that ain't it. This ain't the time for you to even spring that information on me. This ain't even it. So I'm like, all right, I'm out. And so they text again, and the text says, I think what did the text say after that? Oh, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I said it is a big deal. It's 1,000% a big deal. So now I'm like turning around. I'm switching my money in my bank account because I have money in my savings account and my checkers account. So I'm switching money around to move to my checkers account so I can order another Uber. So now I'm walking back to where the Uber dropped me off at, which is probably about 400 yards from where the apartment was. So I'm walking back. And as I'm walking back, I'm getting an influx of text messages. And all I'm responding back with is I'm good. But one of the text messages says, I got a condom. It's going to be all right. I said, I'm good. The next text message says, don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. I say, I'm good. The text message that said, all right, we're like, stop talking to me because now I'm getting really uncomfortable and nervous was, I'll give you $20. I said, blocked in all caps. The Uber shows up. I jump in the Uber. I'm breathing heavy. I'm like, man, I don't know what y'all doing down here in Miami. And the Uber driver looked back at me and said, oh, you must have ran into a transformer. I said, what? He said, yeah, we got a couple of them going on down here now. I said, bro, I'm not from Miami. I don't know what I got going on down here, but take me back to the hotel. And so I get back to the hotel. My coach is obviously asleep because at this point in time, it's like, I got there at 10:15. It's probably about maybe 10:45 because the Uber ride was probably about 30 minutes. So I get back, coach is asleep. The next day, I told one of my teammates. He told the whole team. And from that point forward, there's a running joke with anybody who played on that team about Jack in Miami and how crazy it is. I need to stay from. I need to stay away from Miami. If I like it, I'll be dropping one of these stories every week. It won't be always about catfish. It'll be all kinds of crazy stories. I'll tell you about the time I got scammed and all kinds of stuff. So if you like these kinds of stories, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified once a week when these stories come out. Thank you.